Yo, what up? It's your boy J Stu checking in with you. I know it's been a minute since I checked in with you like this, but I felt the time was appropriate for me to drop my 2 cents, man. Give my opinion on everything that's going on. And, y'all holla back. Let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel about it. First and foremost, gotta say rest in peace. Prayers, condolences to all the families, not just Big Floyd, but all the families, man. We lost a bunch. Too many to name. I know y'all see the posts just like I see the posts daily. And honestly, it's so many, sometimes you do forget. You don't want to. Sometimes you do forget. You know what I mean? Because it's just been, it shouldn't happen. All the stuff that's happened, but it's still a shot. As much as it happens, it's still a shot. And when you look back and you look just within the 5 years, all the people we lost, it could have been your dad, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your mom, your kids, you know what I mean? From the Trayvons to Breonnas to, man, the list goes on and on. Like I said, prayers to all the families because they all still hurting. You know what I mean? It never gets old. It goes away for those families. As far as the protests and everything, I know different people had mixed emotions on, the looting and this and the protests. I'm not one to condone, damaging people's stuff, stealing, looting, but it was to a breaking point. It's been past that point, honestly. You know what I mean? Really, the whole world should be surprised and shocked that we just now reacting like that, honestly, because we've been dealing with some nonsense. It just seemed like people started playing us for weak or something. I forgot that most of us grow up in situations where we have to survive. And I think us trying to fit into society and, trying to fit into what we thought was appropriate, it must have got to a point to where people, felt like they could play us for weak. So I'm personally, man, I'm proud. I know you can always look back and be like, oh, what could we have done different? Could we have planned this different, done this different? Man, look, I'm proud because I see people coming together. I see black people, Asians, white, Hispanics, all type of cultures coming together because right is right. And when I see all these people coming together for what's right, you know what I mean? I'm happy for that. You know what I mean? Because the way I look at it, if we all have the same end result in mind, then we all on the same team. And if you don't have that end result in mind, then you're on the other team. And right now, it's either you with us or against us. It's that simple. You know what I mean? It's that simple. And I'm happy to see us pushing for change and getting change because honestly, I don't think those cops would have been arrested. I definitely don't think they would have been arrested this soon had it not been for the speedy reaction by everybody across the world, from city to city, state to state, even overseas. So I think it was a good thing overall. I think it brought about some immediate response that we need, and it's just the beginning. It's not over by far because we got to push for more changes and we got to get in mind what we want, whether that's to see these families taken care of, some laws changing, different things we got to come up with and demand to get the system right because we all know it's not right. I've been seeing recently posts from different people, many people just stating and talking about how old they were when they first had guns drawn on them by police and different situations when they were first harassed by police. And I mean, a lot of things don't really shock me, but it made me think. It made me just realize, like, a lot of us grow up and not doing anything wrong. Just grow up young, barely learning how to drive, and immediately are programmed and trained to try to avoid police at all costs, not doing anything wrong, just to get from point A to point B, just because we don't want to be harassed or get pulled over for nothing. And I'm like, that's crazy once I really took it in and thought about it, because I've been there. I've been pulled over so many times for nothing. I've been pulled and just be like, I'm not getting a ticket because everything is legit, everything is straight, nothing dirty. I just don't want nothing dumb to happen. And when I see so many other people that have been in the same boat group, I'm like, man, yeah, this is this is beyond me for real. But we got to keep pushing to get changes like that, because of course, everyone that has kids, you don't want your kids to grow up the same type of things that we're going through and we done been through. Other thing I like to speak on is something I see us doing a lot, and is the comparison. Or always like I see a lot of we need more Malcolms right now. We don't need Martins, and Martin was this, and we don't need Malcolm. And I'm like, I've been looking at a lot of that lately, and I'm like, why can't we just focus on the end result and appreciate the greatness, and learn to communicate with each other and understand our differences, and understand that we're trying to work to the same end point. We're trying to get to the same end game and figure out our strengths and weaknesses, and just put it together, man. Put that together in a pot and whoop up that gumbo, instead of trying to say, your way is wrong, my way is right. I mean, we do that a lot, honestly. We do it with everything. We do it with whatever politician we like versus whatever politician we don't like. We do it with sports. If you're in the barbershop and this dude is a Jordan fan, he's high on Jordan, and this dude is gonna say, well, Jordan only won 6. You know what I mean? Like, how many he got to win? If this dude like LeBron and this dude don't. LeBron made it 9 times. This dude gonna tell you, well, he only won 3 of them. Like, we got to get away from that. And I'm not even gonna say we're going to get away from that, man. Starting right now, we're gonna wake up and view things differently, because that causes a lot of divide and separation within us. And right now, we don't need no separation. All we need is unity. You know what I mean? We all for the same team. We all want the same thing. We want things to be right. So we got to stop looking at things that way and understand people gonna have some different views. They come from a different background. They're gonna have a different mindset. But we want the same thing. If we want the same thing, we on the same team. If you don't want the same thing, then you on the other team. Ain't nothing to talk about. But we got to stop doing that to one another. Just like certain people gonna have that strong personality. They gonna want to be out there in the front line. They want to be out there in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Getting dirty, protesting, marching. Everybody not made for that. And we can't look at that person and be like, oh, you're not really about that life. Nah, that's cool. You don't want to get out there, but you still want these results. Well, what can you do? What can you bring to the table? That person may be a thinker, may be smart, may sit at home and do something on the internet, promote something, do something. We just got to think outside the box and think positively, instead of thinking, well, nah, you're not doing enough. You're not doing it this way, so you need to move to the side. Now, we just got to figure out different ways to work together, because best believe that's what they do. You know what I mean? That's what they do. And right now, they can't beat us, because I'm looking at it like, you see all these people coming together, blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians, everything. You know what I mean? We got everything on our team. They only got racism. They only got the racists. You know what I mean? And they hiding half the time anyway. You know what I mean? They really scared to fight. You know what I mean? So we don't need to break apart and divide. We just need to pull our strengths out of one another and find ways to work together even better and add new ideas. Like we don't have to wait on celebrities to post certain stuff or do certain stuff. Man, we can network with ourselves. Like I'm in Houston. You know what I mean? We have a Houston network. We figure out what's working here, what's not working. We communicate with groups in LA, groups in Atlanta. You know what I mean? We keep things going. Do we need to continue this protest? Do we need to protest some more over here? We need to march here. What are y'all doing over there? You know what I mean? Same thing with our money. Tip came up with the blackout, I think July 7th. I like that idea, because right now, how many ways can we impact the world and impact change? Voting, okay, our money is very powerful. We may not realize it, but the way I see it, since this whole virus thing been going on, who's not really spending money? The rich people, this ain't affected their pockets or they spending or whatever they gonna do what they want to do. So all these companies that's slowing down and missing money, whose money are they missing? You know what I mean? Most of the average people that, getting by, living kind of comfortably, or, some people struggle, some people a little better off, but the average people that's still working hard to get by, that's who been not spending as much lately. So collectively, our dollar seems to be very powerful because these companies been falling by just that quick. 1 month, 2 months, they hurting. So I'm looking at it like this time should show us it's a lot of stuff we were spending money on that we don't need. We didn't need. You know what I mean? It was cool to have, but we ain't need it. You know what I mean? Even our kids, they finding cool new ways, always to play in the house, have fun. They don't need all these toys, a lot of stuff. We don't need all these shoes, we don't need all these clothes. A lot of stuff we've been supporting and spending money on, and we don't know if they appreciate our money anyway. We don't know if they value us. So let's sit on our money. Let's stack our money up. Instead of waiting on one day to do it, because what is one day gonna do? One day, we're gonna hurt them for one day, but then everybody gonna be back out spending their money the next day and the day after that and the next week. Let's try to make it a permanent change to slowly but surely change our mindset and change our way of living and stop blowing money until we know, is this company for us? Is this company on the same page we on? And if not, we're not spending nothing with them. You know what I mean? And we communicate that to each other, through our social media. However we gonna communicate, we communicate that through neighborhoods, through cities, through states, that hey, these people for us, this company for us, well, we can support them. They not, we not. Other than that, right now, let's sit on our money. Why? You know what I mean? Until we get some changes, till we see some laws changes, whatever we want done for these families and these victims families, legislature, until we see all kind of local things done, citywide, statewide, let's sit on our money. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Why? And I mean, I don't have all the answers, just like the next person may not have all the answers, but maybe you'll hear this and it'll get you to thinking about something and you can add on to it and you can take it and run with it. And then the next person can hear something and they can think, oh, well, you know what? I got an even better idea. And we keep putting it together and we keep pushing forward and we keep being positive with it. And that's how we gonna bring about change. You know what I mean? Voting is very big. It's always been big. I heard Diddy say something like, let's not just give the Democrats our vote. Let's make them earn it. I can understand the logic. I can understand where he was going with that, but my thing is right now, like, you want to say that this year? Old buddy is, to me, I mean, that's our competition as far as where I stand. You know what I mean? Everybody got a right to vote for who they want to vote for, but we got to get him out of there by any means necessary. And you may not love or like, whatever candidate that we got, or the Democrat got right now, but old buddy, to me, not vote. They gonna vote for him. We know that. They gonna go and vote. So if you sit back and not vote, you might as well be voting for him. And I'm like, man, we seen what dude about, we heard what he about. Like, I don't even want to say his name. Like, he's definitely not for us. So why even give that an opportunity? I feel like it's competitive now. Like, we gotta beat him just to let him know we can't give him 2 terms. We can't give him 2 terms. We gotta let him know, like, nah, you shouldn't have been there the first time. We got you out. You're not, no, we're not giving them 8 years. Like, we got to. I mean, not voting to me is like going to the basketball court and saying you're not gonna play because your friend's not there. You can only play with your personal friends. Like, nah, man, you gonna see who there. You gonna pick up who at the court and you gonna ball out and try to win. We gotta go win. We gotta win against him. We gotta get him out of there, out of there, out of there. And on that note, I'm out of here.